This key is used to gain access to the data control room on 1F. This is the control pass, and the control pass's name say DA21317. Now, what would have been interesting is if they actually used the numbers on the card to tell you where the card was used. And so you had to almost interpret that information with the different room codes to know where the keys go. That would have been a fun little puzzle, which is almost a passive puzzle, but it would have been good for the player instead of telling the player where to go. I think you took away some of the player's agency there, if you will. Maybe I'm using the wrong word, but, you know, just a thought. Game that's 20 years old. We are in the computer room, got some gigantic computer bays, and we're leaving the computer room. We just kind of ran around it a little bit, trying to get our bearings. Now Barry's headed south and west. We get back on the elevator, it looks like, and we're going to take that to another floor altogether. And because Barry refuses to look at his map, I don't know where you are, Barry. He is on this ship somewhere. Oh, we are back up on the industrial part of the tippity top of the ship, or tippity bottom. I don't know if this is outside or inside. It could be inside, could be outside. I don't know. This could be 1F, or this could be 5F. Oh, we used the code, so this is 1F. So we have now gained access to this room, and it is a cool room. It's got some computers in it. It's got a zombie in it. Put that guy down. Quick little side note. All of the battles have different backgrounds that change everywhere you go. There's actually a designated background artist, and Barry is down to his last 2 pistol bullets. And it would be a cool flavor text if when Barry gets down to his last bullet, he refuses to shoot it. And if you try to shoot with your gun, Barry says something internally like, "This one's for me," or something like that. It'd be cool. But I digress because we find the elevator pass. This security card is needed to operate a set of elevators to the east of the ship. East is, of course, the right of the screen. The elevator pass has the letters on it: ELV 5137 5137. I wonder if there's any code or fun little numerical device hidden there that somebody can figure out who has more time and energy than I do. Because I don't have enough time and energy to do that. But wouldn't that be a fun little Easter egg? We also pick up a data disk. Disk spelled D-I-S-K. I have never spelled disk D-I-S-K in my life. I don't know what D-I-S-K stands for or spells. I've just never seen disk spelled with a K. Maybe it's a British way of spelling disk, because disk has been my whole life D-I-S-C. So that's interesting. The data disk looks like a floppy disk. They could have just called it a floppy drive or floppy disk or a 3.5 millimeter disk or any other number of floppy things. It is a blue square, maybe almost a blue rectangle with a metal piece at the left-hand side of it, which would be the top, and then a piece of paper kind of glued to it in some way, taped to it, or just stickified to the plastic. Stickified is a word. I just made it up. It's my word. That belongs to Obscure and Blind. Stickified. You can get the t-shirt. I'm going to sell a sticker with "this sticker has been stickified" on it. That's an amazing sticker idea. Don't steal that from me. And the paper has some indiscriminate writing on it. Maybe we can see that it's handwritten. And the description says, "This is a data disk to be used with the computer in the data control room on 1F. Cool. Are we in that control room currently? I sure hope so. We're in some kind of industrial looking room with a lot of... Why did they put so many caution signs up? Also, there's something cool in the corner there that's wiggly. It was really neat to see that. I love the little aspects of motion that they bring to the ship at times. I'm missing a lot of them and not able to portray to you just how neat they made this cruise ship out to be. Barry just keeps using the elevator function to go up, I believe, or down. Again, unsure of which. We use a card to open the door, which allows us out into a very industrial-looking security area. Oh, are we getting close, Barry? Oh, F.B. Burton? Maybe. He goes directly to a zombie who is laying down, and the zombie has a key on it. It is a small silver key on a silver ring, and it says this key is used to gain access to the boiler room on 2F. Let me know down in the comments below if you're still listening, if you're having fun with this audio description, if I'm doing a good job of it, if it's entertaining. It'd be great to hear from you, chit-chat. Hit me up on Discord. I don't have a Discord. I use other people's Discords. So I'll link some random dude's Discord in the chat, and you can hop on that Discord and chat with us. That'd be fun. Okay, we're headed south, and we are on 3F. Or maybe this is 2F, and I must cough again, so excuse me. I could have shut the mic off for that, but I have more faith in you than hiding my coughs. Very cool shadowing effects as Barry runs along this hallway, and we're back at the beginning of the game. We've made full circle. Now, we're going to do the strategy I like to call hugging the wall, which is where Barry hugs the wall to the left, and we have thrown in the towel and equipped the Infinity Knife. The Infinity Knife is kind of like the Infinity Gauntlet, only it's a knife, and it doesn't make your dreams come true. Barry is heading east along a hallway. This is the same hallway that led us to the dining facility, the kitchen, and that dining room, where we found the poison zombies, where we found shotgun shells. Barry has not yet used all of his shotgun shells. Now, that sound you hear, the pew pew pew, that is when an enemy is there. Now, something cool just happened. I used now twice in a row because I am excellent at what I do. A zombie stepped out of the shadows and surprised Barry F.B. Burton. We're attacking the zombie with the knife, almost like this speedrunner that's playing this game knew that zombie was going to be there. The knife does a spectacular little blood splatter whenever it attacks the zombies. I'm digging this game, man. I dig it. There's I don't know. Call me crazy. This game can do no wrong as far as I'm concerned. This is like we used a key to open a boiler room. We're now in the boiler room, and it looks like an industrial boiler room. There's a lot of blue steel gray walls with pipes, and I mean, it looks like a place you wouldn't want to go. Barry descends into the depths of the boiler room, going through another door and entering into, man, this is cool. There's a lot of pipes. Maybe this is like a filtration system for the pools on board. He picks up some handgun bullets hidden amongst the piping of this industrial area and thusly equips the handgun. Now, we have thus figured out every time he picks up handgun bullets, he gets 12 handgun bullets. We have to pay attention to how many shotgun shells the next time he picks up some shotgun shells. Next time he enters his, more handgun bullets. Excellent. Now, there's like, right now behind Barry, there's this big turning wheel that's like generating power, and that's just neat. Oh, this is where we are. We're in the power subsection. Well, we picked up shotgun shells, but he's not going to show us what that does. There's a lot of moving pieces and parts, a lot of electricity happening. It's just cool, man. And this was done on a Game Boy Color cartridge, which means this could be and has been ported to the original Nintendo. That would be amazing to see this functioning on the original Nintendo with all the little spectacular pieces. If this came out for the original Nintendo before any other Resident Evil, it would be heralded as a masterpiece. The only reason people do not like this game is it came out after RE1, 2, and 3, and I think that does this game dirty. They should have called it Zombie Cruise Ship, and it would have been insanely successful. Barry has made a lot of changes in the time I've been talking. He went through a bunch of doors I wasn't able to keep track. Then he exited a stairwell back in the pool area, meaning we're on 4F now. We're at the top of the cruise ship. There's a wooden floor, and Barry's shoving zombies away from him. We have our handgun, and we have 25 bullets. He is moving between two different targets, taking them down, and he's doing a great job on it. I have a feeling we're about to get close to continuing our mission in Resident Evil Gaiden. This is usually where I would break, but I'm not gonna break. I'm gonna continue because we are burning through this game. I have no idea where we are, where we're going, what's even happening. We're knocking this out. I'm doing it all in one run. We used the security card key. We have been waiting to use that this whole time. We are in the security room. We have done what it told us to do. Main one of two objectives has been reached. We need to now use the security room, and there's monitors all over the wall. I can count right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that have static rolling on them in a very luxurious way for this game. I use that word very loosely. Okay. Descriptive audio of an event. Barry is seen leaning down. He has elbow pads on. Perhaps that's the titanium armor he equipped earlier, if you remember. He is leaning down looking at a computer monitor, holding or touching the computer monitor's controls, but I can't quite make out what those controls are. He does, however, have on really cool black gloves that look like racing gloves, like the guy wore in the beginning of Night of the Living Dead when he said, "They're coming to get you, Barbara." He had those same kind of driver gloves on, if you will. On the computer screen is a small square. So all we see of the picture is Barry leaning down on the right-hand side, looking at a computer monitor that has other monitors around it. Barry says, what can I do with this hunk of junk? And I don't know if Barry's talking about himself, which is just, it's just demeaning, Barry. I mean, you got to take care of yourself. You know what I mean? Have some self-love. Or he's talking about the hunk of junk being the computer monitor. That's probably what he's describing, but it looks like a sophisticated piece of machinery to me. Let's see how this pans out. Barry searches through the switches on the control console to activate it. It's already activated. I can see it being activated. So he's activating it right now. Barry, wait a minute. This doesn't look like one of those creatures! Exclamation point. You mean zombies? You can say zombie. It's cool. We all know there's zombies here. On the screen, we see a small child, her knees drawn up to her chest, her arms interlocked over her knees, and her head hidden in those arms. It says on the screen 5-deck, meaning this is probably on the 5th floor deck. Interesting. The view around her is a wall to the left, a gray floor, what appears to be something to the right, like some kind of piece of furniture maybe, and it descends into darkness behind her, which is really well done. I mean, it's minimalist perfection. I would buy that picture frame. I would buy that picture right there without Barry's words that we're going to get to in a minute, because that's just a cool, almost minimalist work of art, if you will. I mean, if you put your hands up to the screen and did that, that could be like a painting by somebody. And it's a cool painting, and it's kind of sad. And you're like, what's happening here? What's happening in this painting? You know, why is it descending into darkness? Is the darkness a representation of the mental state of the individual represented in the center of the screen? What does 5-deck mean? Is this supposed to be a happy place, but it's not happy? Of course it is. We're in a horrible, haunted cruise ship. Another interesting note before I continue with what Barry has to say. In the lower left-hand corner is a dash, number 7, dash. That means this is potentially the 7th computer monitor. And if that is the case, this is a cool little side note that M4 saw fit to put in here. I mean, they're building the world, and the fact that this is the 7th monitor means there's at least 6 other monitors out there showing different things. And it would have been kind of neato if you could have looked through all the monitors and even seen the zombies shambling around, and you had to click through the different monitors to get to number 7 to see if you spot Leon. I think that might have been in the cards at some point if that 7 is any designation, because why else would they have put it there? You know what I mean? It's just a kind of a little side thing I see. Let's get to Barry. Barry, hey, listen up. Can you hear me? I like to imagine Barry's voice is like booming across the ship when he's screaming this. Girl, okay. The person in the middle of the screen looks up. It is clearly a small girl. I'm making the mental decision whether or not to attempt a girl's voice, and I'm going to decide not to, which probably means I'll never narrate a book, because people who narrate books do different voices for everybody. And I just don't want to Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Leon, is that you? I decided to anyway. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everybody. So she knows Leon. Barry. Huh? Question mark. ... You know Leon? Exclamation point. Space. Question mark. That's what I'm seeing. I'm reporting to you exactly what I see. Girl. Who are you? Question mark. Now, interesting side note here. You can both see through the computer monitor and you can talk through it. And this girl, she knows where the security camera is because she's sitting in front of it. I mean, she's like making herself as visible as possible, almost like Leon told her, wait here, I'll be back. Barry, looking back down at the screen. Nothing has changed that I can see of these computer monitors. Barry, I'm Special Agent Barry, FB Burton. I made up the FB part, but it's fun. I'm a friend of Leon's. Believe me, I'm talking to you. I made that up too. Girl. I'm Lucia. Leon went off. God, I just don't like doing it. Okay, we're doing it. Leon went off to find the horrible monster that is turning everybody. Into zombies. He said that so happy. She says it. She wins the game. She said zombies. Leon rescued me and told me to wait here until he gets back. We got you, Lucia. Barry, where is Leon right now? Lucia. Her name has changed forever. Should be Lucia. Never again a girl. She is growing up. I don't know. He left here ages ago. I'm scared. I keep hearing noises. It's probably the zombies. They're all over the place. This place is rotten with zombies. This is a really cool close-up of Lucia's face. Now, we see in the... I'm going to break it into quadrants for you, okay? So I'm going to break it into 9 quadrants. The quadrants range in the upper left-hand corner is 1, and the lower right-hand corner is 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are interspersed. In 1 is darkness. In 2, we see the top of Lucia's head. In 3, we see like a light in the background, but there's layers to it, meaning it has like a heavy center, kind of a slightly dimmer circle around that heavy light center, and then a very dim light around that, radiating out. Very nice effect. Well done, M4. Hats off to you. Just took my hat off to you. In the lower portion, so we're going to jump down to the lower left corner, which would technically be 7. We get a picture of Lucia's right shoulder, which is wearing a yellow jacket. I think it's yellow. Could be white. I'm going to say it's yellow. In the 9th spot, we have darkness. There seems to be something there. Perhaps it's like Lucia's arm or something, but it might be darkness as well, or it's just the floor of the ship. Now, in the very center of the screen, so in 2, 5, and 8, if you will, the very center is Lucia's face, and this is an awesome piece of pixel art. Well done, M4. You outdid yourselves. This is haunting. Her eyes are cut to the right like she just heard a sound. We can imagine, because we've been looking at her straight on, that something kind of bangs on the door to her right and her eyes cut that way. It's super cool. It's super creepy. And I can remember seeing this for the first time when I played this game when I was like 13 years old. And this creeped me out. And there's no blood. There's no gore. All we have is a scared child, and they express it in this piece of art. Very well done. Lucia, this is what she says. Oh no, you have to help me. I think it's that monster banging on the door. Now, as this piece of art goes on, it actually shakes. I bumped the mic. Sorry. It actually shakes as the monster is fictitiously banging on the door. So the entire screen is kind of moving and shifting around. Again, something I think M4 brings from their screensaver days. Man, I think M4 was a super underrated studio. We'll talk about them in a later video, I'm sure. He's here! Please help me! She screams as the banging continues to happen. And she gives 4 exclamation points. Barry, don't panic. Calm down. Just tell me where you are. Haven't you heard? I'm Barry F.B. Burton. Lucia, I'm on the sun deck. Where's the sun deck? Hurry! The door isn't going to hold much longer. Please let me know down in the comments below if you would like me to stop doing a voice for Lucia. It'll be too late at that point, but I will take it into account for later on. Barry, hold on. I'm on my way. Back in the security room, Barry cuts to the east. This then takes us to the save screen. Save point 2. Dos eques.